insurances to clear brush and clear trees.
And because of all those additional animals, space at the nonprofit Animal Rescue Center is now running low, and volunteers are also stretched thin.
Coming up, a school lunch crisis. Supply chain problems could impact what ends up on your child's plate.
And the Chargers hosting the Raiders tonight at SoFi Stadium. Kristen Smith has that next in sports.
Hung doors, they can be scary. I mean, they can fall in the car, they can hurt somebody. They're not too bad for us to fix, though. At Precision, we'll always inspect your door to make sure everything is running very smoothly. We want to make sure that you're happy for years to come.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Dignity. It demands that you can do simple things with ease while managing chronic pain. It demands a rapid test to help evaluate concussion in case something happens. And knowing your baby is getting the nutrition he needs, no matter how you choose to feed him. At Abbott, we fight for these moments, developing life-changing technologies because dignity demands it.
Oh.
First psoriasis, then psoriatic arthritis. It was really holding me back.
Standing up, even walking was tough.
My joints hurt. I was afraid things were going to get worse.
I was always hiding, and that's just not me.
Not being there for my family, that hurt.
I had to do something. I started Cosentix.
I'm feeling good. Watch me.
Cosentix helps people before starting get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections, some serious, and the lowered ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about an infection or symptoms, or if you've had a vaccine or plan to. Tell your doctor if your Crohn's disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions may occur.
Whoa! That was a close one. Holy moly. It's okay, Maggie. It's okay. It's okay, Maggie. Calm down. Calm down. It's okay. It's okay. Oh my God. I felt that one. That one shook me. Oh.
It was a great night for the Chargers, Kristen, and this was an early statement in September. The Chargers scored the first 21 points of this game.
Calm down, Maggie. Calm down.
They held the Raiders to 1 first down in the first half. The Chargers 2-0 in the AFC West for the first time since 2012.
Great team win. Great team win. That's what coach always is preaching. Defense, you got to play well, get the offense, ball, offense, take advantage. Special teams show up, get us good field position. And that's what we've been doing for a few weeks now. We haven't hurt ourselves. We didn't hurt ourselves.
Oh. Oh my God, please don't hit so close. Please do not hit so close.
Austin Eckler played such a big role in this game. 145 total yards, a pair of touchdowns. Chargers 3-1. We'll have much more, Chris, in Sports Central, 10:45.
We will indeed. I'll be there, Chris. Thank you so much. I'll send it back to you, too.
God.
I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God.
From winning. Thanks, Kristen.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Coming up next at 9, the fight over infrastructure turns ugly. Protesters chased down a U.S. senator into the bathroom.
Plus, the nation's top infectious disease expert, Anthony Fauci, sparks new confusion when he was forced to walk back comments about gathering over the holidays.
And border threat. What shut down the busiest border crossing between the U.S. and Canada for hours today?
It's your heads up. It's your backup. It's your forward-thinking, never blinking, always at the ready step up. The Hyundai Sonata. It's your journey. Own it. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the Sonata or get up to $1,500 in bonus cash. Only at your SoCal Hyundai dealer.
We fight for the rights of riders every day. We give back millions to support the motorcycle
Please do
community
not hit so
because
close.
we are riders, and motorcycle law is all we do. If you're injured in a motorcycle accident, don't fight the insurance companies with just any lawyer. Call 1-800-4BIKERS. We ride, we care, we win. If you go down, call Russ Brown. Motorcycle attorneys.
Right here from Mesa. Behind me is our 35,000 square foot warehouse where we stock thousands of garage doors. Over here, we design and build custom wood and steel garage doors so you can get the exact door you want fast at the absolute best price. A new Mesa garage door is normally $9.99, but today I'm slashing the price to $7.99. You save $200. I'll even include the installation sales tax.
Please don't hit so close.
Call now.
Please do not hit so close.
Los Angeles. This is KCAL News at 9.
Tonight, President Biden is encountering roadblocks from both parties to pass his ambitious legislative agenda, which has stalled. Welcome back to KCAL 9 News at 9, and we're streaming on CBSN Los Angeles. I'm Juan Fernandez.
And I'm Sabrina Branson.
Please do not hit so close.
President Biden is
Please do not hit so close.
for preventing him from raising the nation's debt ceiling. But the president is also having major issues within his own party. CBS News correspondent Nancy Cordes has the latest from the White House.
Please do not strike so close.
This afternoon, the president asked progressives what they are willing to cut in order to secure support from the last two holdouts.
Look, I need 50 votes in the Senate. I have 40.
That's a good one.
One of the two is West Virginia Democrat Joe Manchin, who wants to slash the president's Build Back Better plan from $3.5 trillion to $1.5 trillion.
What they should be doing with these needs, the needs that we have for our country.
He and Arizona Democrat Kirsten Sinema were hounded by progressive protesters this weekend. They followed Sinema into an Arizona bathroom. He needs solutions to the Build Back Better plan and paddled up to Manchin's houseboat.
We're taxing the rich.
But the two aren't even President Biden's most pressing problem. The nation is set to hit its borrowing limit in just 2 weeks, and Republicans voted twice last week to default.
You don't want to help save the country? Get out of the way so you don't destroy it.
In a letter to President Biden today, Republican leader Mitch McConnell argued that since your party wishes to govern alone, it must handle the debt limit
Please
alone
do not
as well.
strike so close.
Mr. Biden warned that retirement accounts
Please
could
do
start
not
taking a
strike
hit
so close.
this week if the markets get spooked by Senate gridlock.
Defaulting on the debt would lead to a self-inflicted wound that takes our economy over a cliff.
Specifically, a debt default could drive the nation's credit rating down and interest rates up, and it's all completely avoidable. The two sides working together managed to hike the debt ceiling 3 times under President Trump. Nancy Cordes, CBS News, the White House.
Concern over a possible default had Wall Street running scared. The Dow closed down 324 points, the Nasdaq gave up 311, and the S&P 500 lost 57 points.
Johnson & Johnson reportedly wants to ask for a booster shot green light this week. According to the New York Times, the drug maker is planning to ask federal regulators to authorize a booster shot of its COVID-19 vaccine. The FDA already has a meeting scheduled for next week to discuss boosters for Moderna and Johnson & Johnson. Health officials are making another big push to get more Americans vaccinated ahead of the holiday season. This as states show a steady drop in the number of cases. Correspondent Jason Carroll reports.
Cautious optimism on the COVID-19 front. Most states now reporting improved numbers in the battle against coronavirus. Cases over the last week have decreased or are steady in 44 states. The same for deaths in 36 states.
We certainly are turning the corner on this particular surge. The way to keep it down, to make that turnaround continue to go down, is to do what we mentioned. Get people vaccinated.
But when it comes to gathering in person for Christmas,
It's just too soon. soon to tell. We've just got to concentrating on continuing to get those numbers down and not try to jump ahead by weeks or months and say what we're going to do at a particular time.
Today, Dr. Anthony Fauci clarified those comments about the holiday season.
Please do not strike so close.
With my family, I encourage people, particularly the vaccinated
Please do not strike so close.
to have a good, normal Christmas with your family. But just the way all of the other disinformation goes around, you say something talking about a landmark of a time and it gets misinterpreted that I'm saying you can't spend family Christmas time, which is nonsense. You can.
Today, vaccine mandates went into effect for New York City's public school employees. Mayor Bill de Blasio says 96% of teachers have received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. In Connecticut, state employees have until the end of today to prove vaccination or agree to submit to weekly testing.
The overwhelming number of our state employees are going to be what you call compliant. Almost all of them are vaccinated. Right now, about 10% or so say they prefer.
Oh man, missed it.
Vaccine did not
turn toward the gunman. Then someone yells, "Get out of there! Get out of there!" Suddenly there is more gunfire. The officer backs off the train and runs for his life as the gunman fires at the enemy. The shootout continues with bullets ricocheting around Tucson's downtown.
Please do not strike so close.
Today, officials said that it all started
Please do not strike so close.
with a confrontation between two DEA agents and a suspect.
They were checking for illegal guns, money, drugs. This is something they do, as I said, routinely.
This time, though, it turned deadly.
I am deeply saddened to confirm that one special agent died as a result of the injuries sustained during the shooting.
The investigation is ongoing. Jeff Begay, CBS News, Washington.
The busiest border crossing between Canada and the United States was temporarily shut down after a discovery of possible explosives. The bridge is located in Windsor, Ontario, and it connects Canada to Michigan.
Police say one person was detained after possible explosives were found in a car. The investigation lasted for nearly 7 hours. The bridge has now fully reopened.
Ooh, I caught that. Lucky.
Confirmed the matter is not considered a national security issue or
That
terrorism.
from that far is good. From that far away, that's good. Ooh, there you go. Please don't strike so close. Please don't strike so close.
Reporting from San Fernando, in Huntington Beach, in Malibu, or Pasadena for CBSN, Los Angeles. Reporting in Moreno Valley, in Sherman Oaks.
In Norwalk, CBSN, Los Angeles.
Please don't strike so close. Please don't strike so close.
After an injury, you may be thinking it will all just pass, but that pain can last for a lifetime. And a lifetime is a long time. Taking a piece of your health forever is a very big deal. Don't wait. Your time to bring a case is limited. All law firms are not the same.
It's time to find your next
Please
Chevy
don't strike
truck
so close.
and forge ahead. Take on new challenges.
Please
and
don't
take
strike
it to
so
the next
close.
level. It's the perfect time to do more in your next Chevy. Find new possibilities, find new roads. Eligible customers get great offers from GM Financial Plus. No monthly payments for 120 days on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups and get $1,500 cash allowance. Find new roads at your Southern California Chevy dealers.
Well, what's your reason for being vaccinated? Hugging a loved one? Visiting with friends? Traveling? Think about it and get vaccinated today.
KCAL 9 News
News is sponsored by Inland Empire Health Plan and LA Care. Get your COVID vaccine today.
Well, we want to get another check of that forecast because I think the weather today surprised some folks, Marquina.
Yeah,
I think so.
you know,
Not a lot of people had umbrellas with them.
you.
We did.
I mean, are you calling me out, Marquina?
Please don't strike so close.
The only voice I heard in the newsroom going, "It's pouring. Anybody have an umbrella?"
One didn't have one either.
Please do not strike so close.
Well, we now know, right, that it's that time of year. We're getting into the showers and the storm activity, so we need to keep the umbrellas handy. Tonight was definitely a great example of that. You're right, and you will need to keep those handy at least through early tomorrow morning. We are looking at an area of low pressure making its way through, giving us much needed rain, but it's coming down in some spots. These are fast moving storms or rain showers, but you know, we need the rain. So as I track some of these for you, let's look at this one making its way through LA, right along the 101, headed toward the 170 and the 405 there, getting down
To my left, missed it.
Rainfall at this hour. A lot of the rain is still off to the west of us, but as these storms and showers continue to move from south to north, we're seeing the light rain in places like Irvine and Anaheim and in parts of the OC, and those will move northward. So the folks in Torrance, heads up, you've got rain coming your way. As we take a look at some other locations like San Bernardino, they are not only dry but clear right now at 78 degrees. We go to other locations like Murrieta, and they are definitely looking at lots of clouds, and 64 degrees, so much more cloudy there. Taking a look at some of the other temperatures outside, we've got 70s on the board still, so it's really nice and mild out. 74 for the folks in Burbank, 71 in Pasadena, the folks in Ontario. Again, mid-70s for you. Some of you are slightly cooler than 24 hours ago. The folks in Burbank are cooler by 5, down by 4. We're going to see for highs tomorrow, really not bad. We've got low 80s for Ontario and San Bernardino and Van Nuys and Santa Clarita, upper 70s for places like Camarillo, and low 70s for Oxnard tomorrow afternoon. So as we take a look at the 7-day forecast, you know, although tomorrow is going to be a decent day temperature-wise, cool down is coming our way. As we get into the end of the week here, you can see that we're looking at upper 60s for the beaches as we get into Thursday, and mid-60s by Friday. The folks in LA and Orange County doing 77 degrees tomorrow, but 69 as we get into Thursday. We go from low 80s tomorrow for the valleys to upper 60s by the end of the week. For some of us, that could mean another system.
Please do not strike so close.
Potential for some rain, like the folks in the Inland Empire. That'll be your story as we get into Friday, so we'll watch that for you. 80s tomorrow for the high desert and 50s for the mountains, guys. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Marquina, thank you. Coming up, supply chain issues now impacting school lunches.
Ooh, there you go, Jace.
The daily struggle just to get food onto plates.
And the Supreme Court starts a new term. We'll take a closer look at the most contentious cases.
Why was Jacoby Myers voted the #1 injury law firm 3 years in a row? Because we have experienced attorneys. We deliver for our clients, and we win again and again. Choose Jacoby and Myers.
Is it a quesadilla? Is it a taco? Yes. Yes, it is. Step 1. Create toasted melting goodness with Del Taco's queso and cheddar cheese. Grilled between 2 flour tortillas. Step 2.
Please do not strike so close.
Del Taco's new stuffed
Please do not strike so close.
They are cheese-tastic. Try and blocked up too. Order on the new Del Rewards app today.
Frontier's fiber optic internet is here with upload speeds 25 times faster than cable for only $49.99 per month.
Finally, I can experience a humiliating loss to a 13-year-old without lagging out.
Finally, I can find out what the capital of Vermont is on all of my devices.
It's Burlington.
It's Montpelier.
Finally, we can flawlessly live stream our amazing lives to our 12.5 million followers.
Do what cable can't. With Frontier's 500 meg fiber with free activation for just $49.99. Plus a
Please don't strike so close. Please don't strike so close.
Good times are calling all the time. Always plan for fun and always play. The newest, friendliest, and safest casino resort and spa is calling. Morongo is calling.
novelist, creative director, and filmmaker. She is known for her rich and adventurous stories about bicultural life in America. Her latest novel puts a new twist on LA weather.
And on KCAL 90s and 10,
Oh, I got that in time.
In Orange County, what we learned about the company that operates the pipeline.
A bird strike and a blown engine. Passengers capture the terrifying moments on the tarmac.
And how Barbie is reaching new heights to encourage young girls to achieve their dreams. All that is next at 10. There she goes.
But first, here on KCAL 9 News at 9, Supreme Court justices are back on the bench for a new blockbuster.
Don't strike so close.
It includes cases on gun rights and religion.
Please don't strike so close.
Today, justices met in person for the first time since the pandemic began. CBS News correspondent Jan Crawford reports.
As the Supreme Court returned to the bench for its new session,
And the October 2021 term is now convened.
protesters left no doubt what's at stake. The most significant challenge to Roe v. Wade in a generation. A case asking the justices to uphold Mississippi's ban on abortions after 15 weeks. Shannon Brewer is director of the only abortion clinic in the state in Jackson.
If the court says we're overturning Roe versus Wade, it's up to the states to decide what to do.
They would definitely ban abortion in Mississippi immediately. Yes, and several other states too.
With Justice Amy Coney Barrett
Ooh.
replacing liberal icon Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I caught that one in time.
Hope that's exactly what happens. Mostly conservative states are ready to outlaw or greatly restrict abortion if the court sides with Mississippi, while some liberal states have passed laws to guarantee that in their states abortion still would be available. The case, to be argued in December, comes with polls showing public opinion the court has declined. And there are other contentious cases that surely will divide the justices, including gun rights and religious rights.
Now, the justices are all fully vaccinated, but Justice Sonia Sotomayor, who has some
Please don't strike so close.
she wore a mask on the bench, and Justice Brett Kavanaugh,
Please do
who
not
tested
strike so
positive
close.
for COVID last week, is asymptomatic. He participated remotely. Jan Crawford, CBS News, the Supreme Court.
A landmark trial of the opioid crisis is now underway in Ohio. 4 national pharmacy chains are on trial accused of doling out the equivalent of hundreds of pills per person in 2 Ohio counties. Prosecutors say the pharmacies helped contribute to the opioid crisis in those 2 counties and cost the counties at least $1
there you go, Jay.
million in related expenses. And now they want CVS, Walgreens, Giant Eagle, and Walmart to pay. Lawyers for the company say doctors prescribe the pills.
Ooh, there you go, Jace.
Filled the prescriptions. This is the first trial for pharmacies.
That was a beauty.
The crisis began, and it's seen as a bellwether for other lawsuits preparing to go to courts.
Tonight, we're following a perfect storm of supply chain disruptions and labor shortages, now impacting school lunches across the country. CBS News correspondent Mark Strassman.
Please don't
tells us
strike
how
so
one
close.
district in Alabama is making sure no students go hungry. We are looking for
Please do not strike so close.
At Sam's Club, Casey Davis had another daunting last-minute grocery list. She needed 180 pounds of beef tips. The next day's school lunch.
It's not a solution to the problem.
The problem is this food delivery truck. It's short again. Way short.
At this point, we're making a plan.
Davis directs nutrition for schools in Elmore County, Alabama, feeding about 8,000 kids.
It appears that there are cracks at all points in that supply chain.
You make it up as you go.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
A county-wide issue and a country-wide one, affecting millions of kids. In one survey, 97% of school nutrition programs worry about continued supply chain issues. Cinnamon Toast Crunch for lunch? One Georgia mother posted, "This is unacceptable." Back in Alabama, Casey Davis had to buy 180 pounds of beef roast, not beef tips. Cost $1,500. That's all she could find for Redland Elementary to serve. Are you sometimes surprised by what you have for lunch?
Yes.
Is it a good surprise or a bad surprise?
In the middle.
To help America's
Please
school
don't strike so
systems struggle to
close.
serve meals, the USDA announced it's pumping in $1.5 billion.
Please do not strike so close.
Elmore County for Davis's grocery runs.
You look at a
kid eating and think to yourself, you have no idea how hard that was to pull off.
Let's just start with my own kids. Tell them how hard that was. You clean it up for me.
At Breitland, relief. The next day's menu was all set. Beyond that, it's a mystery. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Wetumpka, Alabama.
In tonight's business report, car sales are plunging and prices are surging due to a major shortage of computer chips. But Wall Street investors are laser focused on electric vehicles.
Ooh, that was a really good one.
Ford announced it's investing $7 billion to build 2 enormous electric vehicle plants. GM investor presentation plan this week, and Tesla delivered 241,000 e-cars last quarter. That's a 70% spike from last year.
A lot of parents are struggling to keep up with the rising cost of diapers. The National Diaper Bank Network, which helps families in need, says 1/3 of U.S. households lack a sufficient supply of diapers to keep a baby clean, dry, and healthy.
COVID-19 shots,
Comes
flu
another
shots,
one.
childhood vaccines, even if we know we need them, getting protected can be a pain, literally. Now, researchers in North Carolina are developing a new technology that could make
Here
getting
comes
those
another one.
vaccinations pain-free and without needles.
Please don't strike so close. Please.
Vaccines come with anxiety.
Please don't strike so close.
I actually have needle phobia.
He's not alone. According to the CDC, as many as 25% of adults and many children have a fear of needles. Some so severe it prevents them from getting vaccinated. But one day, needles, at least the ones we're used to, may not be necessary.
It's pain-free and anxiety-free.
Ooh, that was a good one.
University is working with researchers at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, on a tiny
there you go.
patch that can deliver vaccines when applied to the skin.
And so our approach was to directly 3D print the microneedles.
Got that way out there. That was a ricochet.
We pioneered.
The microneedles on the patch are so small they can hardly be felt. Dr. DeSimone says not only is the patch painless,
Please don't strike
it's
so
also more
close.
effective than traditional shots.
Please don't strike so close.
Times more of the targeted immune cells in the dermis of our skin than we do in our muscle.
That means each person would require a smaller amount of vaccine. It also wouldn't need to be kept as cold as vaccines that are used in liquid form.
When you think about global access, you're going to need things like that.
Right now, the patch is being tested on animals. Dr. DeSimone says the results are promising, and within 5 years, he says this could be how you get your shots. Or more specifically, how you could give yourself your shots. Maggie Newland, Raleigh, North Carolina.
And coming up, migrants continuing to make a dangerous trek despite deportations at the U.S.-Mexico